Saturday, August 17th, 2013. 1 ounce of silver is $23. 1 Bitcoin is $109. Peace News Now is brought to you by friends of WeUseCoins.com and by you, the listener. A man identifying himself as a retired United States Marine Corps colonel and Iraq war veteran testified last week against Concord, New Hampshire's proposed acquisition of an armored attack truck, and the video footage has gone viral. Here is just a clip.
What's happening here is we're building a domestic military because it's unlawful, unconstitutional to use American troops on American soil. So what we're doing is we're building a military. My best friend, who's a SWAT officer in Nashua, sent me an email with a picture of him in the media on the streets of Watertown, Mass, wearing the exact same combat gear that we had in Iraq, only it was a different color. What's happening is Homeland Security is pre-staging gear, equipment, consistent. What they're trying to do is use standardized vehicles, standardized equipment, helmets, flak jackets, weapons, everything I wore in Iraq, only it was all blue. And so what we're doing here, and let's not kid about it, we're building a domestic army and we're shrinking the military because the government is afraid of its own citizens. The last time more than 10 terrorists were in the same place at one time was September 11th, and all these vehicles in the world wouldn't have prevented it, nor would it have helped anybody. We're building an army over here, and I can't believe that people aren't seeing it. Is everybody blind?
Free Stater YouTuber Biker Bill got the best footage of the speech, which includes additional footage not seen in the video that went viral on Reddit earlier Thursday. The speaker identifies himself as Peter Martino. Martino, it turns out, is a whistleblower that has spoken truth to power before. Although these types of tank acquisitions have been happening all over the country for years, it's no accident that 2 international stories have originated from New Hampshire. New Hampshire's small population allows for just a small contingent of activists to be 50 times more effective than they would be alone in any other state. Not only is the concentration a bonus, but the spirit of live free or die is already embodied within the natives. If you love liberty, check out the growing list of reasons to move to New Hampshire at freestateproject.org. That's freestateproject.org. This next story brought to you by blockchain.info. Once you get some bitcoins, you're going to want to store them someplace. Some say the best Bitcoin wallet is at blockchain.info. Try it for yourself. Blockchain.info. Kashmir Hill writes at Forbes.com that things are getting serious for Bitcoin this month. A federal judge declared it real money, Bloomberg gave it an experimental ticker, and now the New York State Department of Financial Services wants to drag everyone in the world of Bitcoin into court. Big government is playing the part of your omnipotent protector against boogeymen, real and invented. NYSDFS Superintendent Benjamin Lawsky called Bitcoin, quote, a virtual Wild West for narco-traffickers and other criminals. The department is starting out by subpoenaing 22 digital currency companies and investors to get a lay of the Bitcoin land. A subpoena doesn't mean criminal activity has taken place, but Liberty Reserve, a virtual currency recently taken down by the feds, is on the mind of the department as it investigates Bitcoin. Bitcoin has already been getting lots of attention on the federal level. The IRS has been encouraged to make sure people pay tax on it. The FBI realizes it's useful as a currency for illicit activity. The SEC has argued that it is indeed money and that people could go to jail depending on how they use it. And the Department of Treasury has ordered those businesses that exchange Bitcoin for dollars must shut down, go to jail, or register with the state and feds as money transmitters and pay a bond which can cost several $1 million. In addition to responding to the subpoenas, a few of the Bitcoin companies are likely going to need to register as money transmitters in New York. Earlier this summer, California sent out at least one warning letter to the Bitcoin Foundation. One thing is certain. The only thing government can do is introduce the threat of violence where it didn't exist before. Peace News Now is brought to you by friends of WeUseCoins.com and by listeners like you. Share this episode, catch us on the next news network, and send some Bitcoin to peacenewsnow.com/donate. I'm Derek J, reminding you that peace is the way.